Hello, my name is Sarah Taffmeyer, and this is my safety audit and video presentation to the Board of Education for Lincoln County School Districts over William Keppel Elementary School in Moscow Mills, Missouri. Moscow Mills, Missouri is in the 67th percentile for safetiness, and the road that William Keppel Elementary School is on has some small businesses and subdivisions nearby, but little to no traffic. The largest amount of traffic that the school sees is during parent pickup in the afternoon. In 2019, the Moscow Public Water System did some water testing and found E. coli in their water, but that is the greatest of the health concerns in the area. Access control to the school grounds can be seen in the picture given. You can see that one of the entrances has gates that can be closed off during the day, and then the other does not. So there is some access that is able to be used to get onto the school grounds. In order to get into the school building, you do have to have ID clearance or office approval. For this instance, I did not have clearance into the building, and so I had to get office approval and an appointment set before I entered. Last year in May, there was a break-in of a couple of students breaking into the building that was not captured by surveillance videos because of poor lighting. So as you see in the image, there are a couple new lighting fixtures outside of the building in order to assist in surveilling and securing the outside of the building in the evenings. Although there are some cameras in the back, there are some that are getting blocked by trees, and the inside cameras are more of a large picture camera and not anything that could give great detail, and there are many blind spots there. The school is on one level and wheelchair accessible all over. The only steps within the building are in the maintenance areas to access the rooftops. However, this is not accessible to students. You can see the front entrance in the picture given. There are 4 doors that are used for bus students at the end of the day to leave so that they can easily flow out into the bus lines and onto the buses. Car riders meet in the gym, and when their car gets to the front of the line, they exit one by one through the back of the gym. The building is on flat grounds, however, behind it has a nice natural hill. This hill allows for some access control in the back. There is no street access from the back, which helps. However, the subdivisions that back up to the school, there is no fencing, so anybody can come over and play on the playgrounds and be on school grounds whenever. Natural surveillance. The school is visible to surrounding homes and businesses, but the homes and businesses are visible from school grounds as well. There's no hard property lines. The maintenance director that I spoke to discussed that the best boundaries that they have are their mow lines, so they can tell the difference between what is what property due to when they mowed last, I guess. There looks to be a screw-sized hole in the roof above the ceiling tiles in a part of this school. This has been an issue on and off for the last 5 to 10 years. Unsure of where the issue actually lies, they have redone the roof multiple times under warranties and everything, and they're still trying to figure out where the leak is coming from. This issue has become a priority to the central office now, and the head of maintenance has now taken over, trying to find the best option to ensure the leak and issue is resolved. A vulnerability assessment was done. So entrances and exits are secure, hidden areas are secure. There's no real hidden areas. The only quote-unquote hidden areas are like the copy areas where the copy machines are. And that's not even, they're maybe a foot or 2 deep, just enough to fit the copy machines in. There is poor outdoor, there was poor outdoor lighting, but they have fixed that, so that is a secure area. Broken and damaged doors or windows. This is not secure. There is an area by the latchkey door that the mullion is not fixed and it's like rotting at the bottom, and therefore the door is not latching appropriately. The emergency lighting around the building is secure. The classroom windows are all secure. There is no emergency generator for this building. The traffic patterns for drop-up and pickup zones are secure. They have a great flow. It's a little inconvenient because it takes over the playground parking lot. However, it seems that the parents and school members have a pretty good idea about how this is supposed to look, and it seems to flow easily in the afternoons. There are no trip hazards on the sidewalks or trip hazards on the steps. There are no steps, so there cannot be trip hazards there. The exit lights are all working, and there's no physical design weakness of the building. I had a discussion with the principal after my initial walkthrough. The initial walkthrough happened with Trent Portwright, which is the head of maintenance for William Keppel. He showed me around and gave me kind of the in and outs of all of the specifics for the school. And then I later talked to Dr. Megan Cromer, as you can see in the photo, about what I found and what things that she believes are strengths and areas of concern for the building. So the strengths of the school, she said that there are 2 ways in and 2 ways out. So you can access the school through Highway 61 or 4061. But then if that is closed down, then there are also alternate routes. So you can exit the school and turn the opposite way and go towards what is actually my school, the Troy South Middle School, and take that road and some other back roads that would get you back into Troy. So that is a comfort to her that if the highway is shut down, which does happen more than you would think, then she has another exit out for her to get back home. Traffic flow in the mornings, the car riders are dropped off in the front and the buses in the back. This allows for flow to easily get for the school to easily get students in the building in the morning and then out of the building in the afternoon. The buses are out the front, out of the 4 doors that I previously discussed. She also mentioned that all the doors are secure with this new system. They had a previous system that was secure. However, this is a more safe and secure option for the school, and there is better technology behind the surveillance and the tracking of it all. She also mentioned that there's ballistic film on all the doors and windows so that in the case of an intruder, then the students will be safe from anyone accessing the building by trying to shoot in a door or window. The first area of concern that we discussed is the security cameras that are in and outside of the building. There are a lot of blind spots around the perimeter and inside of the school. They have a very outdated system, so they're currently updating their systems to get them into the building. The next step, she said, is actually to get these updated. So that's awesome that the biggest concern that we both had is already in the process of being taken care of. And so this will allow for her and others in the building to be able to see what is going on and when it's going on and be able to address any issues that arise. A second area of concern is the mullion on the back door, which they call the latchkey door. So the door in the photo, you see the 2 doors. In between the 2 doors is the mullion, and at the bottom it is rotted out, and so it's not helping the door latch again. So this door actually needs to be manually closed, and that's something that they keep an eye on during latchkey in the afternoons. But actually during the walk-in, they had some tech personnel that were in the cafeteria working, and one of them came back in and did not fully latch that door. So as we were walking around the perimeter, that door was open. The new security system that they're putting in was screeching. However, it wasn't alerting the front office just yet because the system had not fully been implemented at that point, and so it was just the external alarm that was going off. The last area of concern is that the school grounds are open partially, so there are parts of the school grounds that are blocked off, but then other parts are open. So in order for me to get these photos, I actually did access school grounds after hours, and I was able to get on without any issue. This is a concern, just to be worried about who's coming on school grounds during the day when the students are there. However, for convenience, it is nice that it is open because there are deliveries that happen for the kitchen, and that way the maintenance personnel do not have to go over there and open the gates every time they get a delivery. So these are the resources that I used for this information. Obviously, we decided that the top 3 areas of concern were the security cameras in and outside of the building, which is already being taken care of, the mullion on the back door, which is in the process of also being replaced. Due to it rusting out, they do have to do quite a bit more work to get that fixed, but the new security system will also allow for them to know when the door is open and not secure. And then the last piece of concern was access to school grounds, which is not something that they are concerned about really at the moment. They feel like this is something that is not as big of a deal, and that can take kind of a back burner until they have more time to settle that issue and a better access way to handle parent pickups during the day when students have appointments and such and need to be picked up, as well as the deliveries for the kitchen. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope that we can get to the bottom of any of these issues that are still happening at this school so that our students can be safe and secure. Thank you so much.